Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a wise and kind grandmother named Akua. She was known throughout the village for her wisdom, compassion, and generosity. One day, Akua's two grandchildren, Kofi and Amma, came to visit her. They were arguing over a small matter, and their disagreement was starting to escalate. Akua, seeing the tension between her grandchildren, decided to teach them a valuable lesson. She called them to her side and said, "I have two jars that I want to show you. One jar is filled with beautiful, fragrant flowers, and the other jar is filled with dirty, smelly rubbish." Kofi and Amma looked at each other curiously, wondering what their grandmother was trying to teach them. Akua continued, "The jar with the beautiful flowers represents kindness, compassion, and generosity. Whenever we do something good for someone else, it's like adding a beautiful flower to the jar. The jar will always smell sweet and fragrant." Then, Aqua pointed to the jar filled with rubbish. "This jar represents anger, hatred, and selfishness. Whenever we do something hurtful or mean to someone else, it's like adding dirty rubbish to the jar. The jar will always smell bad and unpleasant." Kofi and Amma looked at each other, understanding the lesson their grandmother was teaching them. Akua concluded, "Remember, my dear grandchildren, that every action we take, every word we speak, and every thought we think has consequences. We can choose to fill our lives with beautiful flowers or dirty rubbish. The choice is ours." From that day on, Kofi and Amma made a conscious effort to fill their lives with kindness, compassion, and generosity. They learned to resolve their disagreements peacefully and to always consider the feelings of others. The moral of the story is that our actions, words, and thoughts have consequences, and we can choose to fill our lives with positivity and kindness